By default, Tekla shows drawings in a colorized mode. That's quite handy because you can identify objects, maybe bigger text as a different color and that sort of thing more easily. However, when you're doing your final drawing checks, I'm sure most of us probably print drawings to 2D hard copy so we can check over it because it seems a bit easier. But if you're not aware of it, there is a black and white mode available in the drawing editor to be able to check over it, a little bit like checking a hard copy drawing that way. The mode is activated by pressing the B key on the keyboard. If I press it once, it switches it to that mode, and that makes everything represented in its line thicknesses. I tend to press it a second time and just switch it into that mode, and that's just a single line, more of a thinner line representation. But what you'll notice there at a glance is this drawing's been updated after a change, and you can see the magenta change mark symbols really stand out on the black and white mode. Everything else is black and white except for those change mark symbols, so it makes it easier to check there. And if I zoom in, you can just see that, for me anyway, I find that an easier way to check that there's no overlapping dimensions. Sometimes that stands out a little bit easier in this mode here compared to the color mode. If I press B on the keyboard again, it goes back to that. You can see you can toggle through it whenever you like. I just find that a little bit easier to check over. And like I said, you come to the change dimension marks, they stand out a lot better on the black and white mode.